Decades of sharing their stories of wartime torture, it seems there's no closure for South Korea sexual slavery survivors. The survivors now demand that their case be referred to the International Court of Justice. More details in our next report.
Justice delayed is justice denied. Nobody understands this travesty of justice better than South Korea's Lee Yong-soo. 30 years ago, Yong-soo went public with her story of abduction, rape and forced prostitution by Japan's wartime military. She first told the world her story in 1992. 3 decades later, there's still no closure. It's understandable why staying patient is a challenge for Lee. The 93-year-old fears she's running out of time. Yong-soo worries about the plight of other survivors being forgotten or distorted.
Both South Korea and Japan keep waiting for us to die, but I will fight until the very end. I think time has so far waited for me. I have lived to this date clenching my teeth and overcoming abuse and criticism to do everything that I can to resolve this issue.
Lee is among a dwindling group of South Korean sexual slavery survivors. Since the early 1990s, they have only one demand for the Japanese government: to fully accept culpability and offer an unequivocal apology for their abuse.
Japan should kneel down and apologize, but it doesn't. If the country wants to be among advanced countries, Japan should immediately apologize and compensate the victims.
In 2015, a haphazard settlement was reached between South Korea and Japan. Under the deal, Japan agreed to contribute $8 million to a South Korean fund. This to help support the victims, but the agreement never lived up to its billing. Lee and other survivors said Seoul officials did not consult them before making the deal. But now Lee leads an international group of sexual slavery survivors. Her latest push, possibly her final, is to seek judgment at the United Nations highest court. They plan to petition UN human rights investigators this week. The move is an effort to press Seoul and Tokyo to jointly refer their conflicts over the issue to the International Court of Justice. The group wants Seoul to initiate arbitration proceedings against Japan with a UN panel on torture. That is, if Tokyo doesn't agree to bring the case to the ICJ. It's unclear whether South Korea will consider bringing the matter to the UN institutions, especially considering the country has never fought a case under such proceedings. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.